We live in a digital age. Smartphones, tablets, laptops, they're everywhere. At the heart of this digital revolution lies social media. But what is the true cost of this connection? Is there a hidden side to this digital world? In this series, we'll explore why these platforms designed to connect us often leave us feeling inadequate, anxious, and more disconnected than ever. We log on to escape, to connect, to share our lives. But somewhere along the way, something changed. Social media morphed from a tool for connection into a stage for comparison. We scroll through carefully curated feeds, bombarded with images of seemingly perfect lives. This illusion of perfection impacts our self-worth, making us question our own lives, achievements, and appearances. This is the highlight reel effect. We see vacations, parties, perfect bodies, and happy relationships, a constant barrage of curated content designed to impress. But what we don't see are the struggles, insecurities, and everyday realities behind the screen. This constant exposure to curated lives can fuel a sense of inadequacy, leading to negative self-perception and low self-esteem. The more we buy into this illusion of perfection, the more disconnected we become from our own lives and self-worth. In the digital age, we've become architects of our own online personas. We meticulously craft images and captions, striving to present the best versions of ourselves. This constant curation creates a disconnect between our online selves and our authentic selves. We start to see ourselves through the lens of likes and comments, seeking validation from external sources. The pressure to maintain this online facade can be exhausting, leading to feelings of inadequacy and anxiety. More than meets the eye, unmasking the illusion. Behind the carefully curated feeds and perfectly filtered photos lies a simple truth. Social media rarely reflects reality. We see snapshots, glimpses into curated lives that often mask everyday struggles and imperfections. It's important to remember that everyone experiences challenges and setbacks. Social media often hides these realities, creating a distorted view of success, happiness, and normalcy. Don't let the illusion of perfection fool you. Behind the facades, real people with real lives navigate the same complexities as you. The comparison trap, measuring up in the digital age. Social media has created a culture of comparison. We scroll through our feeds, bombarded with images of other people's seemingly perfect lives. This comparison trap can be incredibly damaging to our self-worth. We start to measure our own lives against the carefully curated versions of others, leading to feelings of inadequacy and envy. Remember, everyone is on their own unique journey. Celebrate your own accomplishments, no matter how small they may seem. Your worth is not defined by your online presence or by how you measure up to others. The pressure to perform, the never-ending cycle of validation. Social media thrives on engagement. Every like, comment, and share feeds into a cycle of validation seeking that can be difficult to break free from. We start to crave that external validation, tying our self-worth to the number of likes or followers we accumulate. This pressure to perform can be exhausting and ultimately unfulfilling. True self-validation comes from within. Focus on your own values, goals, and definition of success. Behind the endless stream of content lies a powerful force, the algorithm. This system determines what we see, when we see it, and how it's presented to us. While algorithms can be useful, they can also create a distorted perception of reality. By prioritizing content that aligns with our existing beliefs, social media algorithms can trap us in echo chambers. Breaking free from the algorithm's grip requires conscious effort to seek out diverse perspectives and challenge our own biases. Social media can create echo chambers where our existing beliefs and insecurities are amplified. We tend to connect with like-minded individuals, follow accounts that reinforce our worldview, and engage with content that confirms our biases. This can limit our exposure to different perspectives and reinforce negative self-perceptions. It's essential to break free from these digital echo chambers and actively seek out diverse voices and perspectives. Our online interactions should enrich our lives, not confine us to narrow perspectives. The fear of missing out, commonly known as FOMO, is pervasive in the age of social media. We're bombarded with images and stories of others living their best lives. This constant exposure can trigger a sense of inadequacy and a desire to keep up. However, this pursuit of an idealized life is often fueled by a distorted perception of reality. Instead of chasing after fleeting moments of online validation, Focus on cultivating genuine experiences and connections in your own life. True happiness and fulfillment come from within, not from external validation. Mental health matters, recognizing the signs and seeking support. The constant comparison, pressure to perform, and fear of missing out fueled by social media can take a toll on our mental health. It's crucial to recognize the signs of social media-induced anxiety, depression, and low self-esteem and seek support when needed. Consider limiting your social media use, unfollowing accounts that trigger negative emotions, and engaging in activities that nourish your mental well-being. Remember, it's okay to disconnect from the digital world and prioritize your mental health. If you're struggling, don't hesitate to reach out to a trusted friend, family member, or mental health professional. The dopamine loop's social media's addictive design. Social media platforms are designed to be addictive, capitalizing on our brain's reward system. Every notification, like, and comment triggers a surge of dopamine, creating a powerful cycle of anticipation and reward. This reinforces the behavior, making us more likely to return to the platform for another dose of validation. Over time, this can lead to a dependence on social media for validation and self-worth. Recognizing the addictive nature of social media is the first step in breaking free from its grip. By becoming more aware of the dopamine loop, we can start to make more conscious choices about our social media use. Likes as currency: the quest for online validation. In the realm of social media, likes have become a form of social currency. This quest for online validation can become all-consuming, driving us to compare ourselves to others and seek attention. We may find ourselves posting things we don't genuinely care about or presenting an idealized version of ourselves simply to garner approval. This constant need for external validation can be detrimental to our self-worth. Remember, true validation comes from within. Focus on living a life that is authentic to you, not on curating an online persona for the approval of others. The illusion of control. Curating a perfect online persona. Social media gives us the illusion of control. We can carefully craft our online personas, choosing the most flattering photos and showcasing the most enviable aspects of our lives. But this constant curation can be exhausting and ultimately unfulfilling. Embrace your authentic self, both online and offline. Reclaiming your time and attention, setting healthy boundaries. It's time to reclaim your time and attention from the clutches of social media. Setting healthy boundaries is crucial for protecting your mental health and well-being. Start by setting limits on your social media use and designating tech-free zones. Engage in hobbies, connect with loved ones in person, or simply enjoy some quiet time alone. Consider unfollowing accounts that trigger negative emotions or make you feel inadequate. By setting healthy boundaries, you can break free from the addictive cycle of social media and reclaim your time and attention for the things that truly matter. Trapped in the Mirror, the story of James. James, a bright and sensitive 16-year-old, found himself increasingly trapped in a cycle of self-doubt and anxiety fueled by social media. He spent hours each day scrolling through carefully curated feeds, comparing himself to the seemingly perfect lives of others. His self-worth became inextricably linked to these digital metrics, leaving him feeling empty and inadequate. The more time James spent in the digital world, the more disconnected he felt from his real life and his own sense of self. James' story highlights the very real impact of social media on the self-worth of young people navigating the complexities of adolescence in a hyper-connected world. The price of popularity when likes dictate self-worth. For many, the pursuit of online validation becomes an addictive cycle. The dopamine rush that accompanies each like and positive comment reinforces the behavior, driving individuals to seek more and more external affirmation. But this reliance on external validation comes at a price. When our self-worth is contingent on the opinions of others, we relinquish control over our own happiness and well-being. We become vulnerable to the whims of algorithms, the fleeting nature of online trends, and the often harsh judgments of strangers. The pressure to maintain a certain image, to present a curated version of ourselves for public consumption, can be exhausting and ultimately unfulfilling. It can lead to anxiety, depression, and a deep sense of inadequacy. It's crucial to remember that true self-worth is not derived from likes or followers. It comes from within, from a deep understanding and acceptance of ourselves, flaws and all. Breaking free from the algorithm. A journey to self-acceptance. Breaking free from the grip of social media and its impact on our self-worth requires conscious effort and a willingness to challenge the status quo. It's about recognizing the distorted reality presented online and choosing to focus on what truly matters. It's about setting healthy boundaries, limiting our exposure to triggering content, and prioritizing real-life connections over digital interactions. It's about rediscovering our passions, cultivating our talents, and finding joy in the simple pleasures that exist outside the confines of the digital world. It's about shifting our focus from external validation to internal self-acceptance. It's about embracing our imperfections, celebrating our uniqueness, and recognizing that our worthiness is not contingent on the opinions of others. Breaking free from the algorithm is a journey, not a destination. It's an ongoing process of self-discovery, self-love, and a commitment to living a life that is authentic and fulfilling. Finding balance in a hyper-connected world. In today's hyper-connected world, it's not about swearing off social media entirely, but rather about finding a healthy balance. It's about using these platforms as tools for connection, information, and entertainment without allowing them to dictate our self-worth or consume our lives. It's about being mindful of our consumption habits, curating our feeds to include positive and uplifting content, and unfollowing accounts that trigger negative emotions or fuel feelings of inadequacy. It's about prioritizing real-life experiences over digital ones, fostering genuine connections with the people around us, and finding joy in the present moment rather than constantly seeking validation from the online world. Finding balance in a hyper-connected world is about reclaiming our time, our attention, and our self-worth. It's about recognizing that our value as human beings extends far beyond the confines of our online personas. In today's hyper-connected world, it's easy to feel tethered to our devices. Constant connectivity can lead to information overload and digital fatigue. That's where the power of a digital detox comes in. A digital detox involves consciously disconnecting from digital devices. This break allows us to reset our relationship with technology. We can rediscover simple pleasures and be present in the moment. By periodically disconnecting, we return with a fresh perspective. Just as we make conscious choices about the food we eat, it's essential to curate our digital diet, selecting the content we consume with intention and awareness. Start by taking an honest look at the accounts you follow and how they make you feel. Do certain accounts leave you feeling inadequate, envious, or anxious? Consider unfollowing or muting them. Instead, seek out accounts that inspire you, educate you, make you laugh, or promote a sense of well-being. Remember, you have the power to shape your online experience. By choosing to consume content that aligns with your values and aspirations, you can create a more positive and supportive digital environment that nurtures your self-worth rather than diminishing it. Make a conscious effort to limit your exposure to content that promotes unrealistic beauty standards, fosters a culture of comparison, or triggers negative emotions. Your mental health and self-worth will thank you for it. In a world increasingly driven by digital interactions, it's easy to overlook the importance of real-life connections. While social media can be a tool for maintaining relationships, it should never replace the richness and depth of face-to-face interactions. Make an effort to prioritize quality time with family and friends. Put down your phone, engage in meaningful conversations, and create shared experiences that strengthen your bonds and remind you of the importance of human connection. Join clubs, volunteer in your community, or participate in activities you enjoy to meet new people who share your interests. Building genuine connections takes effort, but the rewards for your social well-being and self-esteem are immeasurable. Remember, true connection occurs in the shared moments, the laughter, the empathy, and the support we experience with others. These are the connections that nourish our souls and remind us that we are not alone. Section 4. Rediscovering your worth, embracing authenticity and self-love. The journey to reclaiming your self-worth in the age of social media begins with a fundamental shift in perspective. It's about recognizing that your value as a human being is not contingent on the number of likes, followers, or comments you receive online. True self-worth stems from within. It's about embracing your authentic self, flaws and all, and recognizing that you are worthy of love and belonging just as you are. It's about silencing the inner critic that compares you to others and focusing on your own unique strengths, talents, and aspirations. Engage in activities that bring you joy. Nurture your passions and allow you to express your creativity. Celebrate your accomplishments, no matter how small they may seem, and acknowledge your efforts and progress. Remember, you are not defined by your online persona or by the opinions of others. You are a complex, multifaceted individual with your own unique story to tell. Embrace your authenticity, cultivate self-love, and watch your self-worth soar. Section 1. Beyond the likes, reclaiming your narrative. Throughout this journey, we've explored the insidious ways social media can chip away at our self-worth. We've seen how the curated feeds, the relentless pursuit of likes, and the constant comparisons can leave us feeling inadequate, anxious, and disconnected from our true selves. But there's hope. Reclaiming your narrative begins with recognizing that you have the power to choose how social media influences you. It's about shifting your focus from external validation to internal self-acceptance. Instead of seeking approval through carefully curated posts, invest your energy in activities that bring you genuine joy and fulfillment. Pursue your passions, nurture your talents, and celebrate your accomplishments, no matter how small they may seem. Remember, your worth is not determined by algorithms or the opinions of others. It's found in the quiet moments of self-reflection, in the pursuit of your passions, and in the genuine connections you forge with the world around you. Power of perspective: social media as a tool, not a mirror. Social media in itself is not inherently bad. It can be a powerful tool for connection and social change, but it's how we use it that matters. See it as a curated collection of moments, not reality. Don't let highlight reels distort your perception. Step away and engage with the world directly. Embrace your worth. A call to authenticity. In a world full of pressure to conform and chase trends, the most revolutionary act is to embrace your authentic self. Celebrate your uniqueness and live true to who you are. Share your story, your struggles, and your triumphs. Your vulnerability can inspire others. Challenge unrealistic beauty standards. Your worth is in your character and compassion. Be your most authentic self. The world needs your unique voice.